I've heard that you are a train builder.
Right. I definitely like to build trains. I mean, I love Lego, and I collect a lot of Lego sets, but the thing I love doing is building the train sets, custom trains.
So, which of these trains are yours?
Most of the ones on this table are mine. The first big train I did was the California Zephyr. So it's got multiple cars. When I saw the parts for the Santa Fe kit, I said, oh, that's perfect. I can do a streamlined car, but I wanted to do something a little bit different than the standard Santa Fe kit that was out there. Plus, I wanted the challenge of redoing the engine in the orange color scheme, which was a little difficult because some of the parts that they used for the Santa Fe kit didn't exist in orange. So I had to use slightly different parts.
And I noticed your Southern Pacific. What's up with the train car that's has a engine?
Right, so I wanted to, basically it's not fun to do something that's easy. You want to be challenged, okay? So the Southern Pacific train, the original train that they built, for the dining car, it was actually 3 cars connected together with a single truck shared in the middle sections. And so I wanted to make a car that was articulated and would represent that construction. So, pop this apart here. If you look here, this whole middle section right here can flex.
Wow.
And it shares a single truck in the middle. And I've seen other people do it. I just came up with a slightly different way of doing it.
That is.
And then these 2 engines here are mine also. These engines would also be used to pull this train at sometimes.
What is the? Is there
this is yeah, these are the Rio Grande. I don't have decals on them.
Okay.
I'm lazy. So what would happen? The California Zephyr ran from California or San Francisco, Oakland really, to Chicago. And as it would change from one railroad company's track to another, they would just switch out the engines.
Oh, okay.
So once this would get to Colorado, they'd switch to the Rio Grande.
Okay. Oh, let's see. What other goodies do you have up here?
Over here I have what's called a diesel multiple unit. This is based on a commuter train that runs in San Diego. And it shares a single truck. It's actually the motor truck in the middle that's shared there. And so that'll go around curves also, and it'll still negotiate.
If I remember correctly, that one's called
the Sprinter. That one's called the Sprinter.
Yes.
Right. And then in the front next to it, I have something.
I see Thomas.
Right, there's Thomas, and there's James, and I have Lady. I built these because when I first was getting back into Lego and started building trains, my son was about 2.5 years old. And he loved Thomas, so I thought, well, if he loves Thomas so much, I should have Thomas available to bring to shows. Because there's always little boys showing up at the public shows we do. And so they really enjoy seeing Thomas run around all day long. And then the last one of my most recent was something called the Naval Merchant steam engine. It's a Naval Merchant class. And that's a lot of people look at it and they think it's the Emerald Knight. It's the same colors and I use some of the same parts, but it's actually a really different design. That's the engine that's used to pull the Orient Express.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Have fun at the show.
I will. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.